Be prepared. In less than 48 hours, a cosmic gateway will crack open, and most people have no idea what's about to happen. This isn't just another spiritual event. It's the 1111 portal, one of the most potent energetic alignments of the entire year. And if you're not ready, the surge of energy might overwhelm you instead of elevate you. What most don't realize is that this portal is colliding with Mercury retrograde in Pisces, while the Moon shifts into communicative Gemini. This rare combination creates a spiritual pressure point unlike anything we've experienced in years, a cosmic triangle that's about to rewrite your reality whether you're conscious of it or not. And if you've been feeling unusually restless lately, with thoughts racing and your sleep disrupted, keep watching. There's one specific reason why this is happening to you right now, and I will explain it later, so stay tuned. But first, you need to understand that this portal isn't just opening randomly. The universe operates in patterns, and this alignment has been building for months. The 1111 gateway has been whispered about in spiritual circles for decades, a numerical code that unlocks higher consciousness. But what makes this one different is its timing. April 11th, 2025. The numbers themselves, 4/11/2025, carry a vibrational frequency that resonates with transformation. If you add them together, 4 plus 1, 1 sub 2, sub plus sub 5, you get 15, which reduces to 6, the number of harmony, balance, and healing. This isn't coincidence. Nothing about this portal is random. But here's what's truly urgent. Unlike other spiritual windows that give you time to adjust, this one swings open with force. You have 48 hours to prepare, and what you do in these 2 days will determine whether this portal becomes your greatest breakthrough or your biggest missed opportunity of the year. Your thoughts are being amplified beyond your control. The Gemini Moon isn't just making you chatty, it's turning your mind into a cosmic megaphone. Every thought you have in the next 48 hours isn't just energy, it's amplified energy, broadcasting into the universe at a volume you can't even imagine. This is both a gift and a warning. A gift because manifestation requires mental clarity, and right now, your thoughts are creating reality faster than ever. But it's also a warning because negative thinking isn't just unhelpful during this portal, it's spiritually dangerous. The combination of Mercury retrograde with this 1111 portal means your thoughts aren't just moving forward, they're also pulling from your past. Old thought patterns, limiting beliefs you thought you'd overcome, even subconscious fears you didn't know were still there. They're all rising to the surface, begging for your attention. And here's what makes this even more intense. The Gemini influence makes everything dual in nature. You'll feel pulled in multiple directions. One moment, crystal clarity. The next, total confusion. One moment, optimism and excitement. The next, doubt and worry. This isn't you being unstable. This is cosmic energy moving through you, testing what you truly believe. Your job right now isn't to stop thinking. It's to become conscious of what you're thinking. Every thought is a seed being planted in fertile cosmic soil. What are you growing? Because whatever it is, after this portal opens, it will grow faster than you ever thought possible. The past is reaching forward through time to find you. There's a reason you've been thinking about that person from your past. There's a reason certain memories keep flashing into your mind without warning. This isn't nostalgia. This is Mercury retrograde working with the 1111 portal to bring completion to what was left unfinished. Mercury retrograde gets a bad reputation, but during this portal, it's actually a spiritual ally. It's pulling forward the exact people, situations, and lessons that your soul needs to revisit before you can fully step into what's next. Nothing is random right now. Every coincidence is actually alignment. You might notice old friends suddenly reaching out. You might dream about places you haven't thought about in years. You might even feel drawn to revisit physical locations that were once significant to you. This isn't distraction. This is divine orchestration. The 1111 portal is creating a bridge between your past and your future. And for just a brief time, you can walk across it in either direction. This means unresolved situations might suddenly find resolution. Relationships that seem to end without closure might suddenly make sense. Questions you've carried for years might finally receive answers. But here's the crucial part. You get to decide what comes with you through this portal and what stays behind. This isn't about being haunted by your past. It's about honoring it, integrating its lessons, and then consciously choosing what serves your highest evolution. Because once this portal closes, the bridge disappears. The opportunity for this kind of spiritual completion becomes much harder to access. So if there's something from your past that needs acknowledgement or release, now is the time. The universe has created the perfect conditions for healing what was and creating what will be. Your body will experience strange symptoms as the portal approaches. Your physical body isn't separate from cosmic energy. It's a receiver for it. And as this 1111 portal approaches, your body is already beginning to attune to the shifting frequencies. This explains the strange sensations you may have been feeling without explanation. Many people report unusual sleep patterns in the days before a major portal, waking up at exactly 3:33 a.m., finding yourself wide awake at midnight with a surge of energy that makes no logical sense, vivid dreams that feel more like visits to other dimensions than regular dreams. This isn't insomnia. This is your body syncing with a new cosmic rhythm. You might also notice unexplainable physical sensations, tingling in your hands or feet, a pressure at the crown of your head or between your eyebrows, your third eye center activating as the veil thins. Some people experience a feeling of lightness, as if gravity has somehow changed. Others feel unusually grounded, almost heavy, as if their connection to Earth has intensified. These aren't medical concerns. They're energetic adjustments. Your body is recalibrating to handle the increased vibration that comes with the 1111 portal. Just like a house might creak and shift when the temperature changes dramatically, your physical form is adjusting to an energetic climate shift. And here's what I promised to explain earlier. That restlessness you've been feeling, the racing thoughts, the disrupted sleep, it's your body's way of preparing you for this portal. It's not random discomfort, it's purposeful preparation. Your physical system is clearing out lower vibrations to make space for what's coming. This discomfort isn't a problem to fix. It's a process to honor. For the next 48 hours, your body will continue this preparation process. Honor it. Stay hydrated. Rest when you need to. Move when you feel called to. Your body knows exactly what it needs right now. Your job is simply to listen. The veil between dimensions will thin, and this changes everything. What makes 1111 portals so significant isn't just their energetic intensity, it's what they connect us to. For a brief time, the boundaries between dimensions become unusually permeable. The veil that separates your everyday reality from higher realms becomes thin enough to access what's normally hidden. This is why 1111 has always been associated with angelic communication. It's a time when guidance from higher consciousness becomes more accessible than usual. Messages arrive with unusual clarity. Signs and synchronicities increase. The the universe speaks louder and more directly. But here's what most people don't realize about this particular portal. With Mercury retrograde in play, it's not just about receiving new messages. It's about finally understanding old ones. Those intuitive nudges you've been getting for months but couldn't quite decipher. That guidance that felt important but unclear. The missing pieces are coming. You might suddenly understand why certain events happened the way they did. You might receive clarity about your purpose or path that makes previous confusion fall away. Relationships, career decisions, even spiritual practices, everything comes into sharper focus when viewed through the lens of this portal. This thinning of the veil also means your manifestation power increases dramatically. The distance between thought and reality shortens. What might normally take months to materialize can form much faster during this window. This is why your focus becomes so crucial. What you pay attention to accelerates into form. For those who've been developing their intuitive abilities, this portal will feel like a quantum leap. Psychic impressions become stronger. Meditations go deeper. The connection to your higher self feels less like reaching and more like remembering. Use this time wisely. Set the intention to receive the guidance that serves your highest good, and then create the quiet space to listen. Relationships will either collapse or transform overnight. The Gemini Moon during this 11/11 portal creates a powerful spotlight on communication and connection. Relationships of all kinds, romantic, familial, friendships, even your relationship with yourself, are about to undergo a rapid evolution. Nothing stays stagnant during a portal this potent. Some relationships will suddenly collapse. A conversation that might have seemed innocent could unexpectedly reveal incompatibilities that can no longer be ignored. Patterns that have been tolerated for years might suddenly feel unbearable. This isn't because the relationship has suddenly changed. It's because your perception has. The portal is lifting the veil on what's been true all along. Other relationships will transform overnight. A connection that seemed ordinary might suddenly deepen into something profound. A person you thought you knew completely might reveal a new layer that changes everything. Conversations go from surface level to soul level in an instant. The usual boundaries and barriers that keep people at comfortable distances dissolve in this energy. This is especially true for soulmate and twin flame connections. If you've been energetically connected to someone but physically separated, don't be surprised if they suddenly appear in your life during this portal. The 11/11 gateway has always been strongly associated with divine partnerships coming into alignment. But the most important relationship shift happens within. Your relationship with yourself, your perception of who you are and what you're capable of, undergoes its own transformation. Parts of yourself that you've rejected or ignored might suddenly demand recognition. Aspects of your potential that have been dormant might suddenly awaken. This is why conflicts arise during portals, not because energy is creating problems, but because it's revealing truth. And truth, when it first emerges, can feel uncomfortable. But on the other side of that discomfort is authentic connection with others and with yourself. You will experience timeline shifts that feel like déjà vu. Time isn't as linear as we've been taught to believe. It's fluid, malleable. And during an 11/11 portal, you become acutely aware of this. What you might experience as déjà vu is actually your consciousness moving between parallel timelines as they begin to converge. You might suddenly feel like you've lived a moment before. A conversation might seem strangely familiar. You might know what someone is going to say before they say it. These aren't glitches in your perception. They're glimpses of the multidimensional nature of reality that becomes accessible during the portal. This timeline convergence also explains why certain possibilities suddenly appear or disappear from your life during this time. Opportunities that seemed impossible might suddenly materialize out of nowhere. Paths that seemed certain might abruptly close. This isn't chaos, it's realignment. Your soul is navigating you toward your highest timeline, even if your logical mind doesn't understand the route. Mercury retrograde amplifies this timeline shifting because it naturally brings the past into the present. You might revisit places, ideas, or situations that you thought were behind you, only to discover they hold a different significance now. What seemed like an ending might reveal itself to be a beginning viewed from a different angle. Pay attention to any strong feelings of familiarity or strangeness in the next few days. Notice when time seems to behave differently, stretching, compressing, looping back on itself. These aren't just interesting anomalies. They're clues about which timeline you're aligning with as you move through the portal. The choices you make during this window carry extra weight because they don't just affect your present. They ripple backward and forward, rewriting both your understanding of the past and the potential of your future. Choose consciously. Move intentionally. Your reality is more responsive to your awareness right now than you might realize. What you resist during this portal will persist after it closes. The universal law of resistance is amplified during the 1111 portal. Whatever you push against, fight, deny, or try to control will only grow stronger once the portal closes. This isn't punishment, it's physics. Energy flows where attention goes, and resistance is a form of focused attention. If you resist the changes this portal is bringing, you won't prevent them. You'll only make the transition more difficult. If you deny the emotions rising to the surface, they won't disappear. They'll simply go underground, gaining strength for their eventual emergence. This is why surrender becomes your greatest power during this time. Not surrender as in giving up, but surrender as in flowing with the current instead of fighting against it. The Gemini Moon supports adaptability, flexibility, and seeing multiple perspectives. Use these qualities as your spiritual tools. What needs to leave your life right now? Let it go with gratitude. What's trying to enter? Welcome it with openness. What truths are emerging? Face them with courage. What illusions are dissolving? Release them without regret. The 1111 portal is not forcing anything upon you that isn't already aligned with your highest evolution, but it is increasing the contrast between what serves your growth and what limits it. Things that have been tolerable until now might suddenly feel unbearable, not because they've changed, but because you have. This portal is a cosmic invitation to step into a higher octave of your own potential. Those who resist this invitation don't avoid it. They simply experience it as chaos rather than opportunity. The energy comes either way. How you meet it determines everything. As the 1111 portal approaches, set your intention now. Decide consciously how you want to engage with this powerful energy. Create space for meditation, reflection, and inner listening. Clear your schedule of unnecessary obligations if possible. Prioritize practices that help you stay centered and grounded. Remember, this portal isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. It's a cosmic alignment designed to accelerate your growth, clarify your path, and connect you more deeply with your own divine nature. The energy is neutral. Your consciousness determines how it manifests in your life. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.